The requirements for this build include your RDA and mod, 32 gauge kanthal, pre-made Clapton wire, organic cotton, a screwdriver, pliers, tweezers, and a drill. Measure out 4 equal-sized strands of 32 gauge kanthal wire and pair it into 2 groups, leaving one longer singular strand for the helix aspect of the build. Once each pair is evenly aligned, pinch the ends and fold it over so that it can fit in the drill chuck. Once the pair of kanthal is secured within the drill chuck, make sure the kanthal doesn't overlap and maintains consistency in shape and straightness. Pinch the end with your pliers and pull with reasonable force as you begin the twisting process, remembering to start slow, increasing the speed accordingly. Your finished product should look something like this. Repeat this process until you have 2 sets of twisted kanthal wire. When you are content with the production of your twisted kanthal, use a blowtorch to heat each strand, including your pre-made Clapton, in order to increase the efficiency and effectiveness of the wire while also preventing hot spots. Sandwich your Clapton wire in between the twisted kanthal using tape, preferably masking tape, to secure the strands in order to make the structure more rigid, making the build process much easier. After you have taped the strands every so often, put it back inside the drill chuck or vise so that the wrapping of the 32 gauge kanthal can be facilitated neatly and ensure stability. Do a few wraps to begin with, not worrying about accuracy for the moment, purely just to anchor the 32 gauge kanthal to some parts of the strands. When you are happy with the anchorage of your 32 gauge kanthal, begin to wrap in between every third groove of the twisted kanthal until you reach the end of the strands. Squeeze the flat sides of the strands in order to maintain tightness and neatness within the build, which will in turn prevent future problems when wrapping the wire into your coil. Follow up by gently squeezing the strands of wire from the top and bottom as opposed to the flat side, purely to ensure accuracy and neatness within the build. Once again, heat the finished product with your jet torch in order to prevent hot spots and coil malfunctions. As well as this, it aids in making the wire more malleable, assisting in tidying up the wire. When you feel confident enough, grab your screwdriver and begin the wrap. Make sure you wrap it on the flat side, keeping each wrap tight. I wrapped mine 5 times with a rather thin diameter so that I can fit it in the Troll V2 RDA. Your end result should look something like this. Pinch each lead in order to fit inside the screw post, trying not to damage the construction of the coil. When you feel that your coil is up to scratch, begin installing it into your RDA using the screwdriver for support. I personally don't build coils for Instagram, so I don't mind if it doesn't look like I put in the same amount of effort into curing cancer as I did making this coil look aesthetically pleasing. I already think the combination of twisted kanthal and Clapton looks amazing, however neat it is. Screw the leads into position, tight enough to hold its place. Tidy up the coil to prevent hotspots by strumming, pinching, or maneuvering the coil with your pliers and screwdriver. Investing in ceramic tweezers is a better option, however, as you can pulse the fire button whilst detailing the coil without inducing atomizer shorts. Begin the wicking process by cutting, fluffing and rolling your piece of organic cotton suitable to fit snug inside your coil. After you have managed to slot the cotton into place, fluff the ends and lead them down the juice well, saturating it with your e-juice of choice. The e-juice I am using today is Sour Dream. Pulse the fire button to test the vapor production of the coil. If happy, reassemble the RDA and enjoy. This build came out to 0.2 ohms and will be vaped at 60 watts.